Hey guys, Anthony Ford here, and I want to welcome you to this presentation, and I also want to thank you for giving me your listening ear. This is a rather informal PowerPoint presentation, so hopefully you're comfortable. It's going to take about 15 to 20 minutes to explain this business model to you. So grab a seat and get ready. What you should expect to learn throughout this presentation are going to be as follows. First of all, I'm going to teach you how to start your own real estate company and build your own brand today. This is something that we can jumpstart and start immediately. I'm also going to show you how to make money in real estate without selling houses. Now we know that the primary way to receive a commission obviously is to sell real estate. That's what real estate is about. But there's another way to make money in real estate as well, and it doesn't have anything to do with selling houses. So I'm going to show you that. I'm also going to show you how to create residual income as well, and then I'm also going to show you ways that you can retire young and retire rich within this platform. All right. So I hope you guys are ready. Now, basically, all of those attributes come out to be the same benefits and attributes that brokers enjoy, real estate brokers. So basically, you're going to learn how to be a broker without actually being a broker. So just get ready to learn outside of the box. So the number one question is, why aren't you a real estate broker? Why? You've been an agent for quite some time. You've closed deals. You understand how the business works, but you're not a broker. Well, I'm in that same boat. I never wanted to become a broker because of several different reasons. Liabilities. I didn't want to be on the hook for agents that were being unethical or a little illegal in their dealings. And so that deterred me. I've heard other people say that educational requirements are deterrent. Depending on what type of college background you have, the education requirements can be pretty tumultuous, and so a lot of people don't become a broker because of that. And then also, a lot of brokers just don't really want agents underneath them anyways, or they don't want too many agents yet. The MLS fees and association dues from being a realtor to a broker increases drastically just because you have a broker. And a lot of people don't see the value in that if they're going to be a mom and pop startup type of franchise or company rather, and it's going to be under 10 agents. They don't see why the fees have to be so high, so that kind of deterred them. And then ultimately, the number one reason I would say realtors don't become brokers is because they don't want to manage people. I mean, now you got an office full of realtors that rely on you for leads, rely on you to make them successful. I mean, and that in itself can be a little tumultuous. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some pros and cons to being a broker. So we're gonna go over some of the pros. Some of the pros of being a broker is that you get to build your own brand. I mean, realtors, until you a broker, you won't be able to fly your own flag, to have agents build your own brand. And then another pro is residual income. You make residual income from the agents underneath you and that sort of thing. Every time they close a deal, you either charge a transaction fee or you as a broker take a certain percentage of the commission. And because of that, your profits increase. And your profits is derived not just from your own efforts, but for the efforts of your realtors that are underneath you. And then last but not least, you leaving a legacy to those that are behind you. So this is a brick and mortar company. This is an official company that you can leave to your kids, to your grandkids, to a spouse, and that sort of thing. So those are the pros of being a broker. Now, some of the cons are that you actually have to open up an office. So that's a brick and mortar type of building, which requires upkeep, or maybe you open up a place inside of an office building that still has overhead, or maybe you build something from the ground up. So either way, you have to open up a physical office, and then you also have to hire and fire agents. Nobody really likes doing that. That's really not why you got into real estate. So those are some of the drawbacks of being a broker. The other thing is overhead expenses. You've got to buy paper, you've got to buy pencils, you've got to buy pens, ink toner, that sort of thing. You've got IT solutions that you have to employ every now and again. And then also you've got payroll for agents, full-time staff, part-time staff, and contractors such as IT companies and that sort of thing. And then you also have to provide some type of training because after all, you are the broker. So you've got to have some ongoing training. Um, for the realtors to be able to enhance their career in. And then ultimately, you've got to market on either a local or a global level or something of that magnitude in order to get your brokerage out there to attract more realtors and to attract clients as well. And that turns into lead generation, or you have to buy lead generation software. So those are some of the cons when dealing with the broker perspective, right? Now, before we go any further, I want you to learn outside the box real quick. Many of you are all familiar with Blockbuster videos. Blockbuster videos, a brick and mortar building. You can go in there pretty much any time of the day up until about 9, 10 p.m. at night, and you can grab you a VHS, a DVD, that sort of thing, and you can watch a movie whenever you like, and then you have to return it in a day or two. And Netflix said, you know what? We've got a better idea. We're going to go straight web. We're not going to own any properties. We're not going to have any rent. What we're going to do is we're going to offer the same thing Blockbuster's offering, but we're going to make it convenient to where all you have to do is point and click a remote control, and you can have thousands of movie titles on your screen on demand. Don't have to worry about returning them and that sort of thing. So Netflix took Blockbuster out of business ultimately, and then we all are familiar with Uber and the taxi industry. So I mean, same thing with Uber. It's an app. They don't own any houses. I mean, I'm sorry, they don't own any cars. They don't own any employees that actually drive. Yet they are a force to be reckoned with and are giving the taxi business a run for their money. So basically, this world is always out with the old and in with the new. There's always going to be something that's evolving. And so I just want you, before we go further, I want you to think and learn outside of the box as it relates to past companies that have all gone digital, all gone online, or all have changed and shaken up the community, if you will. So take notes. So I want to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Anthony Ford, in case you guys don't know me. I'm a national best-selling author. I've been named Houston's #1 real estate advisor. I've been on all of the major networks talking about real estate and real estate investments and that sort of thing. So I am someone who has been in the business for a little bit of time. I hadn't been in the business forever, and I haven't been in the business. I just didn't get in the business overnight. So I've been in the business about 14 and a half, going on 15 years now, and I've seen a couple of different waves within the real estate industry. And so the opportunity that I'm getting ready to tell you about, I want to let you know that because I've been around, because I've been all over the world and noticing real estate and conducting real estate transactions and that sort of thing, when I'm on to something, I'm on to something great. So just wanted to tell you guys that what we're about to see, I want you to get ready to be blown away. Okay? And so we're going to get right into it. Now, I want to bring something up, a quote actually, by Napoleon Hill. And let's just read the definition. Masterminding, the concept of two or more individuals borrowing and exchanging the strengths of each other to achieve in 1 year what they cannot otherwise achieve in a lifetime if they were to go at it alone. Okay? The power of masterminding is everything. It's where strategic alliances are made. It's where ideas that shape and change our worlds are formed. Napoleon Hill says that if you borrow and exchange the strengths of other people, but you guys have one common goal, you basically could obtain that goal in 1 year's time. When if you had these tasks by yourself, you wouldn't ever achieve even in a lifetime. I like that. And so that's kind of what we did here. I've teamed up with EXP Realty. I've teamed up with Conversion, which is a lead generation software. EXP Realty, obviously a real estate platform company, and then Regis Properties, which is an executive office suite company that offers office suites all over the world. And we'll talk a little bit about that a little later. But because of this mastermind opportunity, It gives agents a chance to build their own brand, like I told you before. Their lead generation tools at your fingertips. You get a chance to earn residual income, as I stated before. You get retirement options such as company-owned stock and that sort of thing. You get to build real estate teams across the world. You have multiple office space all over the world, and then you get virtual online training, unlimited actually. So again, it's all about masterminding. So, before we go any further, let's take a mind break and let's play this game that I call the revenue game. Okay? So, I want you to answer these quick questions. I only got three questions for you. How many realtors are in your particular city? How many do you know how many realtors, licensed realtors you have in your city? Now, I'm in Houston, Texas, so of course I'll answer. Um, there are 2,500 licensed real estate agents in Houston, Texas to date. Now, that's a mixture of brokers, real estate agents, both part-time and full-time, but it's 2,500. So my answer is 2,500. Now I'm going to ask you, what's the average sales price in your city? Think about that. In Houston, the average sales price is $250,000. Okay. What's the average amount of transactions a realtor closes in your city? In Houston, the average realtor closes between 6 and 9 deals a year. So that's 6 to 9 deals. 6 to 9 deals. The average sales price is $250,000. Of course, you know you get a 3% commission on that. So just kind of write your information down and think of your information. And we're going to go to the next slide. Now, before we get into the revenue estimates, I want to tell you a little bit about EXP Realty. So EXP Realty is a real estate company that has a multi-level marketing platform applied to their business dealings. So basically, just as you have seen in the past where you would tell a realtor where you're working at. Well, I'm working at Remax. Well, oh, you're in school. You're about to graduate. Well, you might want to go talk to Keller Williams. I'm at Keller Williams and I love it there. Or I'm at Century 21. Or I'm at Realty Associates. Whatever the case is, you're already telling realtors about about your broker and where they should and should not go. And newbies are always asking seasoned realtors where to go. And also on top of that, realtors that are tired of being where they are always asking other realtors where to go. Where can I go to hang my license? In other words, what brokers are the good brokers in this particular town, this particular state? So we're already kind of doing the referring realtors to brokers type of deal, and so EXP Realty has just came and cornered that. Like I said, just as Netflix did Blockbuster. So basically, this calculator, this revenue share calculator screenshot that I have, is gonna actually take you through. We're gonna run through some numbers, and it's gonna show you how you can make money off of the realtors that you refer to this program versus selling real estate. So the real estate is a whole nother egg. This is a whole nother revenue stream. So at the top, you see that I put number of properties sold yearly per agent. I put four. I just told you that Houston average 6 to 9. Average realtor closes 6 to 9 transactions a year, but I wanted to lowball and I say four. The average sales price in Houston, I said was 250,000. In here, I plugged in 200,000. And the average commission, of course, the lowest commission that a realtor gets paid is pretty much 3%, unless they want to take a hit or want to take a discount or if they selling some REO properties. But for the most part, 3% is about is the lowest that commission is paid. So basically, if you go down to the next section, it says agent you introduce. So through this platform, let's say you told 5 agents about the opportunity that you learned about. Hey, Mr. Realtor, I know you just got out of school. You can start your own brand instead of going over here. It's a company that allows you to refer other agents and that sort of thing. You can get paid without selling real estate. You can make residual income, the whole nine. So they're told about the business, and 5 of them sign up. Now, if you teach each of those 5 agents the same thing that you just learned, or basically forward this presentation to them, and they're able to put two realtors in, tell 2 realtors about it, and they get in, and so on and so forth, 7 levels deep. You see that you, as the agent that introduced the agents or the initial five will make an extra $75,000 a year, almost $75,000 a year. So that's what that number at the bottom represents. So basically, let's recap. If you tell five realtors about this opportunity and they sign up and they're averaging four deals a year at $200,000, and they continue to tell people, they tell two, and those two tell two, and those two tell two agents, and you go seven levels deep, then you'll make almost $75,000 residual income just from the performance of the agents. Now, if you look at the different levels of income, you will see what you'll make on each level. But if you went seven levels deep, you'll make 75,000. So let's go to the next slide. Now on this slide, I beefed the numbers up just a little bit. So we're still saying that every agent within our practice or within our network is selling four properties. But then we beefed up the sales price to $300,000. And of course the commission is three. Then we also beefed up the number of agents that you're going to personally introduce. So if you personally introduce 20 agents that only referred two people each, and all of those agents average at least four deals a year at an average sales price of $300,000, then you would earn, if you took this thing seven levels deep, you will earn $702,000 in residual income each and every year that everyone in your network does those numbers. Sell at least four properties at $300,000. And I'll tell you, there's been people in the business that have gone in and have reached between 14 to 30 direct realtors in like 90 days. I mean, when you approach someone and you tell them they can start their own real estate company tomorrow and they can fly their own flag and they can also make residual income and that sort of thing, is not a hard sell. But however long it takes you, those are some good numbers. That's closer to three quarters of $1 million. Um, and all you did was tell 20 agents and promoted them. Um, and the numbers don't lie. $702,000. So let's talk about the commission structure real quick. You as an agent and everybody you put into the business will have an 80-20 commission split. 20% going to the broker, 80% going to the agent, of course. Okay. Now, they do have a chance to cap. Um, so if an agent sells $2.6 million worth of real estate, or basically have paid in $16,000 into the company, then they go 100% for the rest of the physical year. So if they started September 1st with the company and August 31st is then their anniversary date, and let's say if they cap out in March. If they cap out in March, then they're going to receive 100% of their commission from March all the way down to August 31st, which is their fiscal year. Okay. Now, there are transaction fees as well. $25 broker review fee to keep you out of trouble, $30 E&O insurance. And then once you cap, you will pay only $250 for all of this. Okay? So that's basically the commission structure. Now, I will say this. Once you cap at $16,000, the company gives that back to you in stock. So you're basically paying your own retirement. So you're really 100% the entire time if you really look at it. Okay? Now let's talk about the benefits and the perks one more time. I want to drive this home. When you're talking to other agents or when you're thinking to yourself, I want you to understand that through this partnership, you are able to build your own brand. It's no longer building somebody else's brand. If you want to be John Doe Real Estate and Associates, then you could be that, and you could be that tomorrow. You also have retirement options. You also have a chance to make residual income. That's the main focus of this strategic partnership. And then you get to build a team all over the US. So this company allows you to build people all over the world. If you want to travel and tell people about this, you could do that. If you want to just connect with realtors that you know out of town and you want to get them sparked on this, you can very well do this. So this is not just a one city or one state type of deal. You actually, when you're looking at the calculator and you're saying you're building up 20, I mean, honestly, you really could build up 100 agents if you think globally. if you think all 50 states.